All right. Good morning. This one there, unless you beat me, I have for some reason I've been so tired. I just woke up actually. So make I just do a quick thing before we proceed, right? I haven't looked at your videos yet. I think Kofi's one was just images and it was correct on one side. So I haven't looked at yours yet. I'll look at it this morning. But I just want to go at this thing, this weekly outlook before I go on to that. So I believe we've explained everything happening here and then this happening here. What else? What we came at was okay, we came to this point where we said we had okay, so we have a high, low. We're looking to create a new high. Now, this here is our expansion, right? To the downside. Within this expansion, we have internal liquidity. Sorry, internal flow. We have high, low, high, low, high, low, high, right? Now, look at what happened here. Similar thing is happening here. We had this, high breaking this before this low. So this is internal, right? We have this low. Internally, we have a low. We have a high. We have a low. We have a high. We have a low. We have a high. We have a low. Now we need to form a new high. But then we have broken this external structure. This externally, this is our low, this is our high. We've broken this external structure. So this becomes our external low, right? We're looking to form an external high. Now, even with the fibs, we checked this one on the 1 hour and it broke with the body of the candle. So we're expecting price with a fib, we're expecting price to react around this area, 62, right? Fine. We have that in mind. Now, if we're still to follow the internal structure. This was our previous low, our high, and then our new low. So this becomes our structure. This is what we're looking at, this link. Now, if we draw our fib from this high to that low, on the 1 hour, we broke with the wick of the candle. So we're looking to react around 79, which is around the same area as our external 62, right? So that's more confluence that we're looking for price to come here. Yes, fine. It doesn't mean price will definitely come and react there. For now, price has to go down unless we build internal liquidity here, sweep the liquidity, and cause a change of character before getting to this area. Then we wouldn't have to come back all the way here, right? So now, let me clear this from here. We have a bigger picture of what we're expecting to happen, right? Now, this is what I was talking about. This same thing. So price repeats itself. So these little things give you an idea of what you're to expect, right? So let's see what happened here. This is the high that broke this low, right? Now let's look at volumes. Was that our so this was supposed to be our point of liquidity, right? Yeah, this was our low. Yeah, this was supposed to be a point of liquidity, but price didn't get there. Why? Because it managed to sweep enough internal liquidity, right? And then give us a reaction. Same thing looks like same thing is going to be happening here. Right now we have this high breaking this low. As you can see, it was this point that broke this low. This push didn't break the low. So this area, there's a bit of a thing here. So we have, when you go internally, maybe 1 hour 15 minutes, you find out that we had a sweep, liquidity sweep, and then change of character before price went all the way up. Okay, so this will be our change of character, right? Liquidity sweep, change of character. Then we had price retracing and then coming back. So this, in its own sense, we have some like a redistribution here, which makes this point a strong low. Sorry, a strong high. That is why this area, when swept, could be enough liquidity to push price further down instead of price going all the way up. Right now, we might have a reaction on the supply here, just like we did with, we might have a beautiful reaction here, right? Just like we did here, we had a beautiful supply here. Price went down before coming up, right? So similarly, we could be looking at the same thing here. So we just keep that in mind. Now, if the supply is to hold, then we need to clear liquidity. Sorry, we need to sweep this low, break structure, and then rally all the way back up. Now let's see. On the 1 hour, we broke with a wick. So we're expecting price to react around 79. Yep, we're around 79. Okay, so that's just by the way. Anyway, now we have, so we'll, we're confirmed to go low over here, right? That's one scenario. I'm gonna show more points to confirm or add more confluence to this, like this bearish thing happening here. All right, so sorry. So that's one thing from the high time frame. All right, now let's look at what is happening internally here. So like from what I'm seeing here, we will react from here, come all the way down, take some liquidity, sorry, sweep this low, and then come and sweep this high and that high, give us a reaction somewhere here. Now, then we would have this area giving us relative equal highs, which becomes liquidity. This area is already like a high level of liquidity. This area becomes a high level of liquidity because retail will be looking for price to come and, sorry, we'll be looking for price to come and give us, sorry, react within some supply up here. It will sweep all the liquidity. So as price is going down, it will keep building liquidity. It will keep building liquidity, and then price will push up and sweep all that liquidity into this area. So we might not even get up to this area. Then we can even come here and find some, what's it called? Some breaker block here. Price could come all the way here, sweep these liquidities, react within the breaker block, and then continue its push down, right? So that's one. We have more confluence of a bearish trend this week than going up. That's what I'm trying to prove here, right? You know, on Kofi's thing, he was looking at price going up, which is not wrong. That's one scenario. So let's look at internal flow here, right? So let's go on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we have our low, we have our high, we have our low. This is where it gets tricky with structure, right? So we have a break of structure, we have liquidity, we have a break of structure, right? Now, this is our high, this is our low. Where is our next high? Right now, before we can point out our high or our low, we need to make sure we have a new low. We can say this is our high, but when we came down, did we sweep liquidity? No, we didn't sweep liquidity. Our liquidity, that the liquidity that was meant to be swept was this one, but it didn't come it didn't come further down because we had this accumulation happen here. Because we had this accumulation here, price didn't come further down, right? So now we need to identify a point of liquidity to find to define our new structure, right? So we could mark this area as a high on lower time frame, but on the 1 hour, this is not a high, right? This will become our high, even though the break of structure was here. Why? Because we didn't, after breaking this high, we haven't swept any form of liquidity to create our new high, right? Unless, of course, we would say this is a break of structure or a fake break of structure. So this becomes a reaccumulation, right? We have liquidity. And then we have change of character, which makes this a reaccumulation, right? Which makes this a reaccumulation. Which makes this a reaccumulation, right? Then this becomes our low. Which would be an internal low, right? So we have a high. So this from this area, we have an internal structure building within this. Let me try and mark this. Let me change the color of this. How do I change the color? Okay, let me do something else. All right, so this becomes internal structure. We'll explain that into details. This becomes a high. This becomes a low. As you can see, we didn't really break. We didn't really sweep this low. We didn't sweep the low, right? So this is internal structure. This structure here is internal to this external structure. Why? Because we didn't sweep any liquidity, but then we reaccumulated to form a low and then go further up. So this still is our high from here. So we need to then look out for an area of liquidity here for price to sweep. Now, because this is a reaccumulation, this low becomes a very viable liquidity to be swept, which was eventually swept. Right? Now let's check the volumes. We're considering this whole area. Right? So we look at this low, that low, this low. So we have this low, this is our volume candle. This is higher than that. So this is our actual area of liquidity we want price to sweep. Because we have this reaccumulation, this low becomes also viable. We can sweep this low and continue to go up. All right. Yep. Oh, this is higher than that. Okay. Sorry, guys. So this volume being a low here is higher than that. So this is our area of liquidity we're expecting price to sweep. Now with Wyckoff and volumes, when you have your high volume being extremely at the extreme top, right? Then it defeats the point of price giving you uh, a discount price with your FIPS, right? So we're able to determine when price is changing from a bullish trend to a bearish trend using that Wyckoff volume thing. I'll go more into details when we do structure again. So we have price. Let me clear this area. We have price sweeping this liquidity up here. Now, if we fail to break this high and we continue further down, then the trend has changed. We are not going up anymore. So this has become our break of structure after our inducement somewhere, maybe here or yeah, wherever. Right? The moment we fail, the moment price fails to take this high, that means we're changing direction to the downside. We'll definitely come and take this low, regardless. Right? So let me mark this out. Now, then also we have this demand here, right? Now, if you pay attention to your charts, anytime you have price testing a demand more than twice, price came here, it reacted, came down, reacted, came further down. And with the third try, taking out these other lows, right? We have a 90% chance of price invalidating this demand. So we might we are more likely to see price sweeping this demand than price actually respecting this one and going up. So that adds more confluence to that bearish trend with highest volume being here and that highest volume being swept. Right.